where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun. This is where the fun. This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
All right, we are back. The magic of television. Look at this. We did it. The double header is happening.
Yeah, finally on TV.
Whatever we do here. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Part 2 of the 2/22/22 double header. First time ever. This is like, you know, when MASH was like the biggest show ever reviewed, that's kind of the history we're making.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah,
the same
you will
thing.
be remembered in the same way.
By recording on this date, yes. History.
I still get to be Hawkeye.
There you go. We have a really cool guest tonight. He's been with us before. He's a friend of the podcast. What are you doing?
I was pointing.
Oh, you're pointing. There you go. Trevor Zammit. Trevor, you are somebody who's known in this toy collectors community. You are the brand manager for TMNT at NECA Toys. Spoiler alert, NECA makes some really nice Ninja Turtles products. I don't know if anybody's heard about it. You know, we had all the Toy Fair reveals this weekend. So we want to get into that. You did an awesome interview on the Fwoosh. I recommend everybody to check that out, to check out all the new reveals, all the information on the pre-orders. But more than that, you're one of us. You're a toy collector. You're into this stuff the way we are, and you've got a really great, interesting, and you know, I think beneficial to us perspective about the way the toy industry works, because I've never flown to China and toured a toy factory, but you have, and I want to know what that's like. That's mainly what we're going to talk about.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can talk all about that, sure.
But first of all, man, how are you doing?
I'm good. Kind of glad that, you know, now Toy Fair is behind us. Even with it just being virtual, I thought it would be a lot easier this year, but it's still like a ton of work and like just as stressful, if not more so. So it's always kind of like a relief when it's, you know, in the rearview mirror, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
If you can talk about it a little bit, like what kind of stuff goes into it for the, you know, when you're setting up for the in-person event, you get all your showcases set up. I'm sure there's a lot of, you know, pre-work talking with potential buyers and stuff like that. This is a much different.
There could be. That stuff I have nothing to do with, like, oh, the buyer, you know, that's all like when you do, you like, you guys have been to Toy Fair, and it's
right.
Like it's just every booth is sales and marketing people. It's completely different than like going to, you know, like Comic-Con or something. It's a totally different energy when you're around like business people.
Right.
Day, you know,
different attire, suits.
Yeah. Everyone's in a suit. Like you can't even walk into a booth without like, they won't even give you the time of day if you're not like, you know, dressed to the nines and everything. So
Yeah,
That's why Craig
that
tried
note,
to
Craig.
dress to the nines when we
No,
went.
time out. Hold on. I've told this story before. Our first Toy Fair,
Okay.
I wore a collared shirt, and Jake and Abby looked at me like I was like, "What are you doing? Like, this is an industry event."
Sold
yeah,
out.
you're right.
Like my favorite is the one guy who looks at Jake who's just wearing his Jake clothes. It was like, bet you've been coming to Toy Fair a long time. You're just kind of over it, are you? Jake's like, "No, I just don't give a fuck."
I always have like my hoodie and just ripped jeans and just as schlubby looking as I can be, you know, those, because I'm so uncomfortable. Luckily we don't have to be there like for the show. Like Randy's team, like we go in and like set everything up. There's a ton of work that goes in, you know, 2 months like before Toy Fair. So we go in, set everything up, and then we just take off, you know, as soon as the show opens, we're gone.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if we, like, I know when we were at Toy Fair 2020, like, you know, that was our first time. So like, we didn't really know the protocol. Like we just walked into the NECA booth, and we definitely were getting eyes from people. Like, who are these people? Why are they just walking in here? They don't have an appointment. We're just like, whoa, Token Razar, cool.
If you kind of push your way in, like the NECA booth's a little more open. Like there's some, like if you're trying to go to like the Lego booth, like there's certain booths where it's like a fortress, you know, and there's like a
well, there's like a whole room like that.
There's a
We
lot,
tried.
yeah,
What did we try to get into? Mattel or
Oh, the
something?
Mattel
and it's
stuff,
just
yeah.
like,
oh yeah, that's
nope.
forget about
Where's
it.
Never
You don't have
saw
an
it.
appointment. You don't know anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're not getting into those like big companies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what kind of goes into it? Like you guys kind of had this coordinated effort this year, right? You had all the Instagram reveals and
Mhm.
Blainer things on Instagram, which is a great follow. Everybody go follow his account
Yeah.
because just I like that he's so enthusiastic about his toy collecting and he's like working, doing the social media for you guys. It's
He's a great fit for us too, because again, like also like he's really good with like social media and how to promote stuff. He loves doing the videos. Oh man, one of my Spider-Man just fell off my.
oh no.
Oh,
It's
some common occurrence over here.
There you go.
Boy,
It's live, so I guess anything can happen. But
loose joints.
Yeah, Blaine's funny though. I like
Yeah.
but yeah, like Blaine's just so good with like promoting stuff and doing those like weekly like toy haul videos, and so he's great with that stuff. He kind of, I think him and Randy kind of figured out, well there's so much stuff to reveal, just split it up between a bunch of different sites. Even with everything split up, like I still spent like an hour talking to Nick from the Foosh just about there's just so much. There's turtles and gargoyles, alien and predator stuff, and all
It's
the
a lot.
yeah, it's a lot.
It's so much.
There's
It's overwhelming. I love it.
but yeah, when and also this year too, it really wasn't until the last minute when we had a hunch that Toy Fair might be canceled, but it might not. So there was a time where I was like, I might fly out to New Jersey, next week or something, because I'm going to have to be there for a week or two to like, help set up with like get paint masters ready and build dioramas to like, do the, figure out what the shelves are going to look like on this display. And yeah, so there's a ton of planning that goes into that. And then once it's canceled, then you have to, all of a sudden it's like, okay, what's like what's plan B, where we're going to, just get a big photo gallery, just shoot everything and like, pick the best photos and just send them out to, TMNT Wiz, the Foosh, Pixel Dan, like figure out who gets what. And
Yeah. And
then Blaine got really involved.
right.
Mhm.
And then us.
So,
Right. This is
Yeah.
it. What I called you. I was like, it's the sloppy seconds, NECA TMNT.
yeah, no, but it was
Tuesday.
perfect though, because it's like it's the perfect time to just, it's still kind of fresh in everyone's mind. So
Yeah.
we can
Well-
wrap up tonight, and like kind of recap the weekend. And
Well, there was so
if we-
much.
it was good timing.
It was, yeah, and we were, like I said, we really appreciate your time, and like there's so much there's so many reveals. And then I just for our own, like for people watching this, like you're the brand manager for TMNT, so you're involved in all aspects of everything from still sculpting figures, because that's like your background and your trade is actual figure design, which is like the coolest thing ever. But you're also like mapping out the line, picking the characters, and figuring out like the strategy behind what gets released when and all of that stuff. And then are you still involved with other stuff at NECA beyond TMNT, or is that mainly your primary focus right now?
No, it's pretty much all of my focus. When there's little things that'll happen where it's like, oh, we got the Back to the Future license, so like I just want to kind of throw in my 2 cents with like, oh, this would be a great accessory, or like, I really hope you guys do this figure. Like I did a little bit of art direction when we made those the Back to the Future animated figures.
Oh yeah, those are great.
So I helped a little bit with that. That was still when like Turtles was like pretty big, but not, it just, Turtles just keeps growing and growing. So like, yeah, every now and then I sculpted one of those like Batman props, like the animated grappling gun. I think I did that. I art directed a couple of those things because I had like just come back from DC, and so like every now and then there's if you're Randy just knows, like if so and so likes Batman, so and so is all like a Marvel guy. Randy kind of knows like who to kind of put like delegate all the projects and stuff to.
Right.
That's how I ended up with Turtles, was just because
Right.
I was obsessed with Turtles. And
Well, it shows, and like
So,
the way the line, like we talk about it all the time, but the way the line has evolved, and it wasn't, I can't even call it humble beginnings, because even just looking at the animated line, like the beginning of the animated line was that really great San Diego Comic-Con. It had the four
yeah,
turtles
it's
and
over the eight
yeah,
pack.
over there, like the 8-pack, and like
Yeah,
I remember being like,
that one.
even at the time, like even if this is all they ever do, like this is a game-changing moment in toy collecting and turtles collecting.
Yeah,
What's impressive to me is just like the Ninja Turtles franchise has, like, it feels like, in Ghostbusters you have people who are big fans of Ghostbusters, and then you have people who are Ghostbusters collectors, and those feel like very separate entities. But Ninja Turtles, it feels like if you like the shows, you like the movies, you're also collecting the
it's
toys.
all one and the same. I think they got us all at a young age. And, all
Yeah.
these kids.
Yep.
I mean,
Formative, yeah.
Ghostbusters. I don't know. I don't understand the divide between Ghostbuster fans and the collectors, really. Because they like. When I was a kid, I saw the movie. I guess it was on VHS. Like we had to rent. I remember my mom like renting the VHS player, like from the video store. I was probably
Right.
3 or 4. And then I obsessed with the cartoon. I had all the toys. I don't get the divide between
It's more of a
there's
mentality of a
Ghostbuster
divide, though. I find it that's just like you've got your Ghostbusters fans that, yeah, the cartoon and movie, yeah, I like them, I love the movie. Then you got the other ones that are just like, I'm obsessed and I need to buy everything about it.
everything. Yeah.
AJ
I was obsessed and needed to buy everything.
Yeah, same.
AJ says Ghostbusters fans are cheap unless it comes to a proton pack. Yeah, thanks AJ, we appreciate that. But just getting back to Turtles, it just feels like the Turtles collectors are there. They're like, we're gonna buy all the animated figures, we're gonna buy all the movie figures, and then obviously we're not gonna talk much about it, but there's other companies also making Turtles stuff.
Tons. It's a great time. I see the comment all the time online where it's just like, it's a great time to be a Turtles fan because you have so many options. Like there's the super high end collectible stuff, and there's just there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Just a couple of years ago, that wasn't the case. Like NECA made those like Eastman and Laird figures, like back in like 2008 or 2007 or something, and then like there wasn't really another collector line until.
No, I mean, Jake, I think it was like
back or something
when NECA first put out the 1/4 scale movie figures. That was kind of like, whoa, can you believe how good these look? And it was like,
no one had ever made like movie figures, like collector, like the real high end collector,
like legit ones. Yeah.
That never happened. There's never a movie shredder. Like that first movie was like a weird, forgotten, obscure, like cult. Like I was always obsessed with that first movie. I just loved it, and there wasn't anything for it. There's like, the dark, gritty, like Mirage comics. You could buy statues. But yeah, there's not a lot of turtle stuff out there until I just started like making stuff myself. And then Randy, like, that's how those quarter scale figures started, was because I made like a statue of Raph that was like about 1/6 scale. And then Randy like we got the license from Nickelodeon, and then we cut it up and made it into a toy,
I love that.
Yeah,
so cool.
I was just making stuff on my own, and then we went crazy with it.
I mean, how cool is that though? Like that's I mean, for someone who does what you do, that has to be the dream. Like, oh, I made this Raphael statue. Cool, let's get the license. Let's go.
Yeah, it's the dream.
I was in the right place at the right time for sure with all that stuff. Like, it didn't seem real.
It still doesn't seem real. When I look at my turtle shelf, I'm like, this doesn't seem real. I'm like, how do I have 3 different super shredders from Secret of the Ooze? It doesn't seem real. Well, I wanted to kind of touch on some of the stuff that was revealed and maybe get like a little, what we like to do here is talk a little bit about the mindset, the context, and how you came to these decisions, what your expectations are, and like how long you're working on these things before we start seeing the reveals. So like one of the big reveals this weekend, kind of one of the last reveals, were the Archie figures. I'm gonna get some images up. Ryan, Ryan's been asking me about Archie style TMNT figures. Like I didn't even put 2 and 2 together what that was, like not realizing, oh, this is the Archie published comics from the late 80s, early 90s.
You either know or you don't. Really.
It's true, and I find that like if you're the people that read those comics are huge fans of those comics.
Yep.
And then the people that didn't read the comics didn't even know it existed.
Yeah. Or had this long run and it was its own, you know, like there's a ton of people that think that's the definitive, like that's their kind of turtle story, you know. Yeah. So
I definitely fall under that
they
camp.
went on their own adventures. It wasn't just like a comic book that was sort of, you know, redoing like episodes from the cartoon. They did their own thing and totally
They totally, and they still did everything that even the Mirage comics kind of do in a way, but they did it in a flair of the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So they would get really weird, and some stories would also still get very dark.
Yeah,
like
there's lots of dark stuff in the
like the one cover that always comes to mind is the one of like Donatello with his eyes taped over in a cell that says property of the US government. And like
Holy
that was
fuck.
a cover that was on the newsstand, and it's like
for kids,
you know,
like that was supposed to be the kids comic, you know?
and that was supposed to be the kids comic. And I mean, like they did Future Turtles, Space Wrestling Turtles, like Ace Duck, my boy Ace Duck. Like he was like
that's a whole different Ace Duck in the Archie
he's
comic.
like the John Cena of Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so to see these figures. Like I was very obnoxious in our group chat where I'm pretty sure everyone's just like, what is his problem? Because I was so excited to see these. And this Ray Fillet sculpt, oh my God.
Ray's super cool.
So
good.
We're, by the way, we're on the Fwoosh, who, you know, like I said earlier, Trevor, you did that awesome interview with them. Everybody go check it out. Talking about like something like, you know, you've got the TMNT movie figures, you've got the animated figures, you've done video game figures. At what point is the discussion about moving into this Archie Comics like you know, world, and like how do you gauge what the fan like hunger is for that? Like, are you monitoring social media? Is there like market research that goes into like, I think we can really do well on these, or is it really just like you going, I want to make this Ray Fillet?
Honestly, I really rely a lot on like a gut feeling. You know,
Okay.
I just think like this is cool and like this is a figure that I would want. So you know, and it's the same with Randy too. Like Randy and I'll talk like this is cool. Like this would be great. This hasn't been done before. And then we're like scratching our heads like we don't know why it hasn't been done before, but it, you know, so all that kind of goes into it more than like market research necessarily. Right. But for the Archies, these are like the most requested characters like we get, you know? And I don't spend a lot of time on social media, but like I'm at Comic-Con every year, and you know, you're there face to face, like talking to fans. Like I'm at the booth pretty much like all weekend in San Diego, and like there's a whole bunch of fans and collectors and stuff, people that I know, that all say the same thing. Like Archie was kind of their jam, like growing up. They still love it. It's never been done before, and so.
And in some cases, it was like, close to getting done too. I remember seeing there was concept art of some of these characters, and they just never came to light.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, it never happened back in the day. So, you know, so there's a ton of like these two, like Jaguar and Dreadmon, like, you know, they almost had figures, and then it didn't happen. But they're like these beloved characters.
These are great.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, right off the bat, it's like you're almost completing the Mutanimals. Like right off the bat.
That's planning this line out is like, let's just do the Mutanimals, like just get them done because they've never been done properly before. So
right, because I think at this point you're just missing a couple characters. You're missing like Mondo Gecko and
there's like Mondo, Wingnut, Screwloose,
right?
Leatherhead, you know, and like we already have like cartoon versions of them, so it's like let's do these figures that like we can't do otherwise, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's with Archie, it's a little different because it was just like some obvious choices, like the you know, Ray Fillet or like Man Ray in the Archie comics is just, he's so cool looking.
It's so cool. I agree.
It's just like that'd be such a great figure. Like I love that original toy. So it's like let's just like got to do him, and then
Yeah. When you were on the Fwoosh, and I couldn't tell if you guys were joking or not about Cuddly Cowlick.
I mean, some stuff is kind of a joke, but kind of not. You know,
It's a joke. It's a joke until it's not a joke.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a lot of stuff like at NECA just over the years where it's just like, this doesn't seem like it could ever be possible, and then it happens. Like,
that's a really good segue to something
You
that's
know.
like, I don't know, this.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
well,
Hey,
yeah,
what's
this
that
is
kid
where we're
doing
at
there?
with like the toy, like for the cartoon line. Like a couple of years ago, this just never would have been a possibility, you know.
For audio listeners, we're looking at the
Zach.
Zach the
Zach, the
turtle
fifth turtle, and
Mm-hmm.
Smash.
and Smash from the what is it? The
Crooked
Ninja
Ninja
Crooked
Turtle.
Ninja Turtle
Ninja.
game.
Mhm.
For what's the name of the dojo? That's a great episode. By the
The
way.
Slash for Cash dojo.
Slash for Cash dojo because Shredder does Shredder has been denied access to Bebop and Rocksteady, so he's like, I better go recruit.
See, these are the Cobra Kai figures crossover figures we were asking for. Were these?
Yeah, this is basically like the Ninja Turtle Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
You're
It really is.
right.
So it's kind of funny because it's like the animated line has gotten to the point where like these are dream figures for anybody who's like a Ninja Turtles fan who love the animated series. Like we're watching, you know, I hadn't seen the first episode with Zach in forever. So me and Abby went and watched it today and I was laughing. I'm like, I can't believe this is getting a mass-produced like toy. It's so insane.
Is that the one where Shredder steals his bike or something?
It's not that one. It's
okay, that's
the first
A master of evil.
the debut of Zach is when he just like shows up like here's the plot. Michelangelo has a major case of the midnight munchies, dudes. So he sends Raphael and Donatello out to get snacks at midnight.
At the midnight market.
And then there's like a robbery, and then they're trying to fight the two thugs, and then Zach comes in and screws everything up. And like straight up, they're mean, or Donatello and Raphael are mean to him. They're like,
oh
hey.
yeah, they're just like F off, you little brat.
Yeah, you're a kid.
But he does this really cool thing to trace them back to the sewer later. He uses this like special.
It's like a powder.
Junior detective kit?
Yeah, he has his junior detective kit. He puts like some slime on the bottom of the van to track, and he puts on his special glasses to track. He's pretty good, honestly. He's not bad.
And then Splinter's like, you guys are idiots, like a 4-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
He's like, nobody has ever traced us here before. Let me give you a tour.
Yeah.
Ignore that mouser hole.
He like throw the turtle rug over it or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then these one, I want to get back to some of these pictures, but these went on sale today. The 2-pack with Zach and Smash, and then you also have this really cool army builder pack where you get the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang, soldier, or the
gang member,
and then the Rock Soldier. So here's my question. As a Ninja Turtles expert and as the brand manager, I want you to make an official recommendation. If you want to be a real fan, how many of these 2-packs do you need to buy to amass your armies? Because I think you need 4 if you want, like I said, if you want to be a real fan.
Okay, so I actually watched the show today because I was talking to another YouTube guy about this, and at throughout the show, that episode, there's 3 gang members that are like robbing the bank and like robbing the grocery store and all that stuff, and then like, in the big fight at the end, it looks like there's about 6 of them. So originally I was just counting by like what there's one shot where you can see like 6 of the goons and then Smash in the middle, so there's it's like 7 guys.
Okay,
but I don't know, I mean, there's a bunch, as long as you can have them all holding different weapons, that's pretty good. So you get a sword, a nunchuck, the spiked pole. I don't know. 3's good, 4's good.
Yeah.
If you want to be accurate, it's probably more like 6, I guess. But
yeah. Well, what's
know,
cool is, I mean, it's amazing you guys are doing really. you know, we do sad comments every week, and I want
Oh,
to get to this in a second. And NECA has, more than a lot of the other companies, kind of removed themselves from a lot of the sad comments, you know, which is great because you guys have like addressed a lot of these distribution issues. Not for Ryan because he's in Canada, but for
everyone else.
For everyone else.
In the continental US.
USA.
In the lower 48. It's getting better.
For instance, these pre-orders that went up today, they're just available and they're on the NECA store and they're there for 2 weeks. So like if you want them, they're there and you have 2 weeks to figure it out.
Yeah. And then they'll be at Target, and even like where I'm at in LA, it's tough to find the turtles at Target, but I over the last couple of weeks or the last month, I've seen more and more of them. And a year ago, it wasn't the case. Like it was empty shelves at my local Target. But
I mean, Jake found, what'd you find today, Jake?
I found a In Disguise 4-pack and the Channel 6 4-pack.
So that's cool. So right now, if you want to pre-order them, they're up for 2 weeks. And that's, you know, that's always, I always prefer to do pre-orders myself, just so you don't have the stress of trying to hunt them down in the store. You don't know if you're going to find them or not. But yeah, I think when we get into these more obscure characters, it's more, you know, you've got a better shot of hopefully, you know, seeing them on store shelves and not.
I agree because like, I think it's always going to be hard. Like the turtles are hard to find in general when they hit Bebop and Rocksteady, but once you get into the more obscure characters, like they're out there. You just got to kind of.
And even like when they first hit, like they're gone like right away, but you know, they'll get restocked eventually, you know, like a week or 2, 3 weeks go by or a month, and you know, you start seeing them more and more sometimes. So
I believe it was Axl Rose that said, all you need is just a little patience. I believe it was him. I can't remember. Somebody said that. We're going to go to the chat. If anybody has questions, you know, Trevor, I'm sure will be happy to answer some of them, not all of them. And there's probably stuff that he can't address, and there's probably stuff that we're not going to put up. So
I actually have a question.
Go for it.
Okay. So there, out of all the announcements, there was nothing new for Turtles in Time. You're also doing Armagon for the Loot Crate for the video game line as well, but he only appeared in the Tournament Fighters fighting game. Are we going to expand more into that fighting game, or like into other games like Turtles Arcade 3? Like, you know.
Yeah, I'd like to. There's a few other things we have planned, like a couple others from like tournament. I have planned. It doesn't mean it's going to make it into actual
It's just
production.
it's there.
Like, so there's a few other figures that I want to make from a few different games. Generally, like we've done a lot from the games, so the Mirage and the Archie lines are kind of replacing those. Like like stuff that would have been a video game slot going into specialty stores this year, like that's all kind of been phased out, and now we're doing Mirage and Archie just because we've like done a lot of
and that's not a complaint on my end. I'm stoked we're getting all the comic stuff.
But
I was just curious if that's the way it was
a little bit, but they're not totally like done.
I think it's good to space it out. Like, you know, different years have different kind of themes. Let's kind of look at some more of the stuff though, because there really is. I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, but I'm jealous. My Ninja Turtles fandom is jealous from my Ghostbusters fandom, like because I only like, you know, we've all of us, all 5 of us, have dreamed about what a real Ghostbusters line would look like. And like this, but anyways, okay, let's look at this. This was kind of teased a while back. This is a big deal. The Usagi Yojimbo ultimate figure. Talk about getting this guy. I mean, I don't know how much detail you can go into as far as the what we're seeing here with the transporter and the diorama and everything, but this has to be one of the greatest pictures I've ever seen in my life. Like I am gonna, I need this in my house. Especially it's got like Ghidorah in the back.
Yeah, there's a King Ghidorah painting on the wall. What is
that? That's one. You watch the show and they watch so many monster movies. It's just it's fantastic. There's like Smogzilla and Gorgonzola and
Oh my!
I have a list
I
of
want
all
those
the,
figures, please.
yeah, I have a every time they shout out one of those movies, I have it written down because I want to make like, you know, fake posters and,
Yeah.
Oh fuck
Oh,
yes!
that'd
you
be
know,
cool.
just all
yeah.
that kind of stuff
it.
to like kind of like fill out the you know, whenever you're like scratching your head for an accessory, you're like, oh, what would be good here? And I go, oh, we could put like a Gorgonzola poster in here. So,
So funny.
but yeah, there's a lot going on there. There is Donnie's portal is in there. They are in the sewer layer. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff to look at.
Yeah. And then let's talk about the you know, the figure itself. I know everybody in the chat, I'm not looking at the chat, but I'm assuming everybody in the chat's going, is that sewer layer real? Is that coming? Like, I don't want to put Trevor on the spot. I think you guys have done a really good job at teasing possible stuff that might be coming.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Hey, what are you gonna do? I don't know. But let's talk about the actual figure, because this thing's incredible looking, and I know there's, you know, license rights and dual rights and ownership from the character. So was this something you guys wanted to do from the beginning and just were able to now, or was just the timing right? How did this come to light?
You know, from the beginning, it was more like, oh, it'd be so cool if we did these 4 turtles and, you know, Shredder. It would be cool if we could do like Krang and his android body. But then like in the sort of the, I don't know, the second beginning or the third, like once it sort of became this big thing at Target and we were making only 2-packs, and then doing those like VHS like Ultimate figures.
Yeah.
Then it was like, we need to do Usagi and we need to, you know, call Stan and try to work something out. You know, if Nickelodeon was cool with it and they're like, you know, as long as Stan's on board and you have his blessing, then Nickelodeon was like, that's great. You know, he was in the show. So
I mean, it's really a great looking figure.
Yeah. So yeah,
great
that was
figure.
all Randy, like getting all those deals together and making all that work. And Stan is like, he's a great guy, like super easy to work with.
Could we see comic book versions of him coming down the line as well? Is that
like
a possibility?
I don't know. That I can't really speak to because like everything we did here, it was strictly just for the cartoon turtles. And so anything with Stan and comics is like, that's a whole separate.
That's a different bag of chips.
Yeah.
Let's go to the chat here and try to address some of the stuff. If some stuff we can't talk about includes the turtle layer, can we still press Trevor to talk about the turtle layer?
Yeah.
No. But that's fine. When does the Chucky? Oh, stop it! We're going to talk about Chucky doll. I see. I got to read these before.
I don't know what's going on with that Chucky doll. I have nothing to do with that.
We don't know. Like we can't speak to the Chucky madness, but I think what happened is all those Chucky dolls are in the middle of the ocean and they all became alive. And
well, hey, listen,
they killed the pilot of the ship.
I think it's pretty clear they're filming a show right now, so they're busy.
The captain, not the pilot.
Keep going.
Somebody said, would doing an updated cartoon Slash on his new body be something we could see? Would love a proper big Slash.
Yeah, that's a possibility. That's something I always wanted to do too. You know, Slash in the cartoon, he's bigger and you know, wider than we had to use the regular turtle body. We just gave him kind of a bigger shell and stuff. But yeah, I see there's still a ton of weapons and cool accessories that we could add in, like, you know, because the Slash is in a couple episodes. He goes crazy and he's turning everyone in Channel 6 into a turtle, like in his second episode. So it's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Another Slash is certainly on the table, I think.
Cool.
So.
I have another question sorry, I'm always going to keep asking about comic related stuff because that's
you're good. You're good because I got to load up some more pictures, so you're good.
Just because you were saying like the video game stuff has to just be put to the side for a moment while we focus on Mirage and Archie. Would that be the same case if we wanted to do stuff like from the current IDW comics? Like if you wanted to get more into like the Sophie Campbell run right now that's going on or anything like that, would something else have to like go in order for those to happen?
Probably something else would have to go. It's just hard to imagine like another. It's just trying to figure out like where those figures would go. Like for like would a retailer take them? It's when it's one character, it's kind of easy because we could put that with Loot Crate, or we could do like our own bundle like we did with the Pinball Shredder or something. But yeah, if it's
I'll talk to Toys R Us in Canada and we can make those an exclusive.
Maybe that's where
Toys R Us Canada exclusive.
Yeah.
Hey, come on down here and get your IDW Turtles figures, eh? We got a whole load of them.
Craig, that's offensive.
No, it's not. I got a couple more things to load up, but let's just go. A couple people want to ask questions, and I think this is a cool opportunity for people. So, Trevor, we appreciate it, and we hope we.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll try to filter through some of the insane stuff. Baducci, is there any chance for a 1/4 scale Splinter, Toka, and Razar? I mean, how big would a 1/4 scale Toka and Razar be?
Yeah, that would be so awesome.
Don't fall on that.
Yeah, really. Yeah, keep that one like kind of low to the ground. I guess it's possible. Again, I've just learned over the years that like it's anything's possible over there. We could do it at some point, sure.
Do you get a sense? Do the 1/4 scale figures, is that like a pretty niche collector's space, like as opposed to like the 6-inch figures? Or is
I think it might be. I know like there was some people I used to talk to a lot on Facebook that they were pretty much like just only collecting the 1/4 scale figures, and they had these awesome displays. But yeah, I think it might be kind of a niche thing. We're definitely not making as many as we used to like a few years ago.
Right.
So I don't know if it's kind of died down or settled down or whatever.
Every now and then I'll be at a comic store and see like that 89 Batman.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, man, I think I need this.
Batman's great, and Catwoman and Penguin. Like
those are great.
That 1/4 scale Penguin is so cool. And then we made the 1/4 scale Deadpool. That was like a kind of like its own like comic book thing. And there's a lot of really good ones. Like we were doing those Marvel ones for a little while. There's some of the MCU figures, and they're cool.
I will say, Trevor, you were nice enough to help Abby, Jake, and myself get a little tour of the NECA HQ back in October. And all I can say is, whatever you think that's like, it's way better.
Yeah.
Because it's an incredible place to be. The environment's creative. Everybody is so nice.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I was like, are these people putting on a show? These people can't be that nice. We're in New Jersey. What's up? They should be mean.
I mean, it's a fairly happy group. We're just sitting around making toys all day. So
it's awesome.
Like Randy just does keep it like kind of very loose, and everyone's goofing around and having fun. Really everyone that's in there, they've worked there for well over 10 years. Like they're they're like just a tight little family. So everyone gets along great and just has fun, like just making cool stuff, so and there's just junk, there's stuff everywhere. Everyone's got their own kind of collection. You can tell who's into what, just from when you're going desk, there's
it was cool.
There's tons to look at there.
Couple more questions. Bill Fall Gravity. This is a good one. Trevor, what is your favorite TMNT figure? What's your favorite one that you guys have released? And do you have like one in the old Playmates line that's your favorite?
Old Playmates line, there's a few of them, but I always loved Half Court. I just thought he was
nice.
Such a weird, that later run where they had like Dr. L, Monty Moose, Sandstorm, I loved all those crazy characters, and like it's a little, I love the 2012 show, but I was a little bummed when like more toys wouldn't sort of make an appearance. I always want to see like the toys like in the comics and in the
That's the most fun you can have
in the cartoons and stuff. So
I always want to see Monty Moose team up with the Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Oh yeah, like a little crossover.
Oh man, I haven't. Where the hell did he? Oh, I've got the Buffalo from Moo Mesa behind me over there.
Our local toy shop has a whole line. Jake, we need to collect those cows, man.
We've almost bought them a couple times.
Yeah,
I think we need to.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
we'll get to some more questions. And try to, be mindful of everybody's time here. But there's a couple major reveals we haven't talked about yet that we have to get to. So let's do it. Boom. Take that, Playmates.
it is.
You think you have a last round? Listen, I talked about it on the. I think the Playmates one is cool and kitschy and like kind of a throwback. It's cool they're doing an articulated, 4.5-inch figure. I'm all about it. But holy shit, take a look at this thing. The Last Ronin. There's two now. It's two different figures, right?
There are two figures, yeah.
Okay, and these are going to be fully available, different retailers.
They went up today. Well, the first one, the regular one, went up today. He's online. He's like Big Bad and Entertainment Earth, and I think all the online retailers are carrying him now.
And I want to let everybody know that this turtle is. No, I'm just kidding.
Spoilers.
No spoilers. No spoilers. This is something people have been kind of asking for from the second Last Ronin was kind of announced and revealed. So how awesome was it to get this out to the public finally?
We've been keeping that one a secret and really trying to, like this, when you go back to the start of the talk here, it was like, this was a big announcement that we were going to do for Toy Fair. So trying to get this one just right. There's a lot of planning to go into, like, just how we unveil it and
right.
All that good stuff. So
yeah, I think this is going to do really well for you guys. And I think that,
hope so.
I wouldn't be surprised to see more,
dude. Are there plans to do? Sorry, I'm just gonna keep asking since it's comic book related.
Are there more comic books coming?
Who brought this guy? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, who brought this guy?
It's one of those things, right? It's kind of it's like new territory for us. We like IDW gets lots of requests too, just like the Archie figures did. So we know that there's an audience for them. It's Ronin is a good figure. Also, it's just kind of a standalone thing, but if he does well, there's like so much cool stuff in those comics. We'd certainly want to continue the line or
well, what I love about it is, like, even if you're like a Ninja Turtles fan or like a casual toy collector, like you're at where you see that out and about, you might not have read the comic or know anything about it, but it's that good looking that you're going to put that on your shelf.
It's impressive.
real cool.
So, a couple more things I definitely want to touch on. You guys are continuing this Universal Monsters line, which is one of my favorites. I can't find the pictures. I just had them up. Come on! But what was revealed was the Mummy, Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because I mean, I haven't found the Raphael yet. Jake, you found it just the other day. You have it, I think, on you right now.
I do. Yeah, I got it right here.
This gets me very excited, and the potential for this line, I feel like, is like unreal.
Yeah.
How's the feedback been? Are you feeling like, because I know I'm excited about it, you think the people are pretty stoked?
People seem to be digging them. This one was a real gamble because we kind of went off and did our own thing, and it was like, I don't know, like maybe they'll get it, maybe they won't, but we just wanted to make some really cool. We rarely have an opportunity to kind of like design our own characters. Everything is like from a movie. It's like we're making this accurate Predator. Like this is what, here's the Nostromo suits. Like everything's, we try to stick to the source material and do everything as faithful as possible. So this was an opportunity to just kind of go crazy and have fun and do our own like mashups.
Right. I mean, you could have easily just done, what Playmates did and kept it that with those, characters, and like that would have been cool. But I like that it's kind of its own thing.
Yeah, and like in the 2012 show, they did their own thing. Like the monsters or the turtles were like reinterpreted. Like Mikey was like Teen Wolf, and so they've been different a couple of times now. So yeah, we just wanted to do. So that this one it's probably my favorite.
This is such a deep cut.
Yeah, but
from that Donatello that's in every prop auction, it can't sell.
So can we confirm that the sculpt is based on the rotting Leonardo suit or whatever it is?
We're making like these Henson suits, like we were doing like what if, like Henson was making like movie monsters for turtles. And when we have like a, you know, a rotting mummy, it just seemed like, oh, what a great, like, how could we not sculpt like the rotting puppet, you know? And it would just
Your
keep it, it's
job's
like an
done.
accessory. Like he's got like when Jim Groman was actually designing the figures, I was like, I showed him all those pictures of like the rotting puppets, and I was like, we got to do this head. And Jim's like, oh yeah, okay, we could do that, but he's like, I really would just want to do like a Boris Karloff, like a proper mummy head. I was like, absolutely, like do that, like make it your thing. But I'm gonna make sure we include like that head as an accessory.
So
Oh my God.
for those of you who don't know, so this is, I think, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 3 Leonardo costume. Maybe it's Donatello, but I think it's Leonardo. That you know, it shows up in these prop auctions all the time, and you know, nobody's taking the plunge on it. But how awesome is that? Like, that's a deep cut. It's fun. That's what I love about it. It's like, it's really fun. Like, and if you get it, you get it. If not, that's cool, because it's still like, you know, an awesome looking thing.
Now we need to get a Van Helsing shredder.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that might be cool.
Interesting.
Write that down. Hold on.
Well, we're here to give you a bunch of our ideas. Have you considered doing a Channel 6 news van? Have you considered it? So
Not until you get the Playmates one.
right, exactly. And we'll go through a couple more images here. Really great. And yeah, you
I
can
like the
pre-order this
shell
one.
on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shell with all
they
the
carved in all the
hieroglyphics.
hieroglyphics and stuff.
Yeah.
There's 4 turtles on the shell that all have their own, like, their signature colors, and then there's like Foot Clan symbol carved in, and there's a whole bunch of designs. I don't think they showed all of them, but
Yeah, I can't.
there's a lot of detail on the shell. It's really cool.
Very, very cool stuff. Kind of like, I don't know, we're not in the golden age of Ninja Turtles. We're in some other age, like some imagined, I can't believe that any of this is happening time period of Ninja Turtles figures.
I do like that you're expanding kind of that Henson style look.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of continuing on, and I really enjoy that. And have you ever thought about like even doing like a Bebop and Rocksteady in a Henson style?
Yeah. There's
that would be amazing.
That's
a great idea.
We kick around those ideas all the time with, like, you know, it would be cool because every now and then Randy will go and have like a meeting with, you know, Nickelodeon or something, and I'm like, hey, just keep this in your back pocket, and you know, if, like, you know, wherever the meeting's going or they're looking for new ideas, I'll give them a list of like, you know, 10 different things and see if they, you know, bite on any of these. So
you know what you need to do? You need to
like that's always cool.
You need to do the classic earpiece, and you're outside the window, and you're just giving Randy, you're like, okay, here, do the Henson style Krang's android body. Just see what they think.
But it's all showing up in Times Square, like in Short Circuit 2.
Right. Leaking it all on accident.
Like the 5G, and it just like connects to everything.
One last thing I want to touch on. Our buddy Pixel Dan had the reveal of something that's so near and dear to all of our hearts, this Secret of the Ooze 4-pack. I mean, the subtle differences in these faces, like, I don't know if it's just ingrained in our heads, but like the second you see that, you're like, Secret of the Ooze, we know that's Donatello's new face. Like, you just know it.
Yeah.
Donatello's new face.
That's Donatello's new face. So, Trevor, how long has this stuff been in the works?
That we were sculpting that over a year ago.
Wow.
It was a long time ago. We had the guy that sculpted the original movie heads, Jason Fraley. He sculpted Toka and Razar, and he's just done the Gremlins and so much cool stuff. He's obsessed with, you know, the Henson puppets, just like I am. So yeah, he sculpted those December or January of like.
Yeah, I mean, they're awesome.
It was at least a year ago, maybe a little more.
Look at all these accessories. You get the aprons. You get Token Razar in their original forms.
You get duct tape Raph.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I love
the
that.
little giraffe head.
Little
Two wrap.
giraffe.
Yeah, it's all the stuff is like the computer's great, the suitcase is awesome. I just love like having the payphone is such a cool accessory.
Yeah.
You can hang it on the wall, like Blaine was showing. It's got the peg hole in the back, and like there's a phone in the first movie in the layer, and then they're carrying it around in the second. So there's like all these cool accessories that kind of work with even not like you don't have to collect turtles. It's just like a cool payphone for any diorama.
Right. If you need a payphone. And like these are it comes in, I don't have the picture, but it comes in like a really nice, the VHS style box that the first set came in. So if you do want to keep these like a mint box, it's a great display piece.
Yep.
I did see Blaine confirmed it does come with nunchucks and the
combat cold cuts.
Combat cold
They
cuts.
have both. Yep.
And if we could just get an army builder of young 20-somethings wearing pantyhose on their face.
I want that fat foot soldier.
Oh yeah,
there's like one
Oh,
big foot soldier.
There's one real big foot soldier.
Yeah.
The second movie, there's no particular reason why I know this, but there's a few of them that really let themselves go in that 15 or 20 minutes, however long it takes, between the first and the second movie. They're definitely
well, someone had to finish all the junk food in the warehouse.
all the soda cans.
Tatsu came in and was like, we must leave. Eat all of this. Like two of them were like, we're on it, boss. And I want to see a spin-off movie of that guy. It's the guy who goes, aha, right? That
Yeah.
guy?
Aha.
Yeah. Dude, that rules. And like, again, I know everyone's going to have the same questions. Like, let's just, as toy collectors, take a deep breath and go, how amazing is this? We can all safely assume there will be more Ninja Turtles figures coming from the various properties.
Seems like
it's
forever.
not stopping anytime soon. I don't know.
Now, Michael Palmer says he loves the accessory pack, but was hoping for the clown from the toy store.
Oh, that pop bag thing.
Yeah,
Well,
which
he didn't do all the accessories. There's still a yo-yo.
Yeah.
There's still. We'll do a second accessory set.
Oh yeah,
and we just couldn't fit it all in.
And then we, the Kino figure has been teased, so we can hope to see that down the line. So you're really gonna have. I mean, with Token Raza already out, besides Vanilla Ice, which we've talked about, probably is not gonna happen because of Van Winkle Reasons, which is my new spinoff podcast, Van Winkle Reasons. It's analyzing Vanilla Ice and
his
why
reasoning.
and his reasons.
His logic.
You're really gonna have a nice Secret of the Ooze collection. So
Yeah.
for us, we're just like, let's get through Secret of the Ooze so we can finally get Randy and Trevor to start focusing on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the true love of
Walker.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't even.
You're a true fan until we get Venus de Milo. Come on.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
we got to get on to Next Mutation and all that.
Oh god,
that would actually be amazing, though. I mean, even as bad
that would
as
be a
that
great,
is, the figures
a
would
great
be cool.
San Diego set or like a New York Comic Con set would be
right. I mean, you guys kind of.
But you guys have. But I feel like you guys have kind of messed up because you've done so much and it's all been so good that now I'm just like, well, of course those figures are coming at some point. It's just like we just expect all the stuff.
Yeah. You gave us the coming out of the shell turtles like 5 years too early.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it set the bar way too high. Well, I want to make sure everybody knows that they can go to the NECA store. There's pre-orders on the 2-packs we talked about earlier. A lot of these other figures are already up for pre-order, and just stay tuned. You guys know where to get all the news on NECA. Like, people are going to ask about it. People have been mentioning it. You guys did tease again the turtle van. I don't know what you can say or what you can't say, but other companies are making them. I think it's safe to say maybe NECA will have a little van action. Yeah.
Stay tuned. There'll probably be some news on that in the next few weeks or months or something.
Cool.
What are you gonna do?
Probably not too far away.
Yeah. And that's really exciting, and I think that
or it's not.
Or it's not. Yeah. Breaking news.
Could go either way.
Breaking news. NECA confirms Turtle Fan could go either way. Maybe we'll have. But yeah, this is great. Like, is there any, before we get to sad comments, because this is very exciting to have a guest for sad comments, is there anything else you wanted to make sure to highlight or touch on?
I don't know. I think we covered everything, right? Like,
there's a couple more Mirage figures we didn't get to, like the what was it, the Fugitive, what's his name?
oh,
Fugitoid.
Yeah, Fugitoid, yeah.
Yeah, we showed 4 Mirage, the first 4 of the new Mirage batch. Yeah, it's Fugitoid and Renette and
I lost
the
all my
Utrom with the robot body.
Yeah, it's really cool that you're
Teaser for Casey. So
I know the original Mirage Turtles figures are really expensive now. Is that something to consider, like as you reintroduce the Mirage figures, like getting into, maybe re-releasing or new versions of those?
we're re-releasing. We're probably not going to do, like, those figures are they're pretty old now, like I said, I think we made those in 2007 or something. There's definitely going to be some kind of an updated thing probably coming out. Well, we might show something at Comic-Con or maybe at New York Comic-Con, like San Diego or New York later this year.
Right.
But yeah, we've got a lot of, I don't know if I can say how many. There's a lot of Mirage figures and a whole handful of Archie stuff that we got planned for the next year or 2, 3 years. I don't know.
That's amazing.
There's more stuff.
That's amazing.
We didn't actually show a lot of turtles this year. It was like there was fake turtles with bags on their heads and bunny rabbits. There's like a bunch of other. It wasn't like, other than like Last Ronin and like the Mummy.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of turtle stuff. So probably later in the year we'll have some new turtle stuff.
What's this comment, Sam?
It's just nice. Trevor's been so overloaded. Thank you. We appreciate you and your passion. This NECA TMNT craze wouldn't be anything that it is without.
There you go. Yeah, it is appreciated. You guys are, you guys kicked ass.
It's a nice comment. Thank you.
We as we follow, not every toy company and every brand is as open and transparent to go on these shows and talk about this stuff. And God knows the Hasbro Star Wars team won't sit down with us.
Why is just still in shock that we're getting Zach the Fifth Turtle and we still don't have anything for Vern's girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, well, we did. She's in the Channel 6 pack. We have there's a photo of her like in a little picture frame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's like
so big and strong.
Yeah, she's like, it just gets weirder and weird. She's like, when I was a kid, my little brother put a bunch of turtles in my sundress, and all the turtles got. I don't know. This guy gets weird with her. She just hates turtles. And Irma, she's just
looking for a hunk.
Tonight. She should have been set up with Casey.
Oh, dude, how good would
that would work?
You guys did tease. I didn't get to the photo, but there's a little tease as well for, I think, a Mirage, maybe a little Casey Jones action. So yeah. So lots to look forward to. This is very appreciated, and we're appreciative. Before we get to sad comments, does anybody here have any parting words or things that they want to say about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No. Thank you.
I love being a turtle.
Yes.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. There's a steady paycheck in it. Oh, wrong movie. Okay.
Hey.
But I'm excited. I'm excited for everything coming out this year. This has been the most excited I've been for Turtles in a long time.
Yeah.
Ryan, when I texted you those Archie pics, you did lose your mind.
I just thought it was one of those things that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like I gave up.
Whenever I first started collecting the NECA Turtle stuff, I was like, I'm only going to get the 1/4 scale figures. But then as soon as like the movie figures started coming out, it was just like, fuck. Now I'm like, started going. I was like, I got to go back and buy all the stuff I've missed. And it's overwhelming in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Well, we also, we reissue stuff too. So it's not like we're just stuck with, if you missed it the first time, like it'll come back around if it's like, a year later or something.
Yeah.
So, there's certain companies that like, they made it once and then it's that, and you have to deal with, the, secondary market and like online prices. And we try to, just make the stuff available as much as as much as possible. So
Sure.
yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been fun. It's time to get to sad comments. Now, Ryan and Jake, you both have sad comments this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
got a
Trevor,
couple. Pretty short, but they're good.
Trevor is our guest. Did you get any sad comments?
Yeah, my girlfriend was on. She was on Instagram, and she was reading all the comments all weekend and found a couple good ones. So
Nice.
yeah,
This is
that's
exciting.
fun to read,
This
so.
is good. This is
Like-
where we had.
This is a first.
Yeah.
We've never had a
Fun
guest
thing.
read sad comments before.
Oh, have we
Yeah,
not?
this is wow on
okay.
2222.
Yeah,
We
they
did
usually
it.
shy away from it because they're always like, "Oh, they'll stop sending me toys if I read a sad comment."
Oh yeah, we haven't made Pixel Dan read sad comments yet. Like now, we're like, hey Dan, we found some sad comments from Mattel's Instagram. Will you read these, please? Will not. I wouldn't do it. If it was like a Ghostbusters thing, no, thank you. I'm like, give me happy comments, please.
Wow.
All right, so let's get now. If you don't know what sad comments are, Abby, let the people know what sad comments are.
Sad comments. We scroll and we cull the internet and different forums, Twitter, to find very authentic representations of the feelings of those toy collectors who are unhappy. We give them a platform.
Yeah.
There you go.
We do a little sad farming. So-
Platform
Yeah.
that they deserve.
Yeah, they don't know that they're going to be featured, but we like to feature them.
Right. I
Mhm.
love it. I like the one guy who found us one day. He was like, why didn't you at least read my name? It's like, if you're going to give me the platform.
These people track you down.
We've had one guy
One
was like,
person.
well, that was
Oh,
my
oh,
comment.
dear.
But it's kind of becoming a point of pride. People are like, ooh, I got my sad comment read. Like,
Mhm.
good award.
They like
Yeah.
it.
All right, here we go. So we got a little music here. Jake, you want to start us off?
Sure, I'll go first.
Let's get the music going. Sad. Now,
let's-
where's this coming from?
Oh wait, it's this is from the Jabba playset, the new from
The throne
Boba
room.
Fett. Yeah, the throne room. Okay, here we go. So we've been waiting for this set for 39 years, and you don't feature Jabba accessories, let alone a Jabba figure, and it costs enough to include all of that, but you don't? What the fuck? You are not on fire. You are very confused people and company. Please send me any job openings because I am going to apply and fix this company from the inside. Absolute insanity.
All right, there you go. So if anybody sees any some
Send them a link to the application.
Trevor, would you, as a brand manager, maybe we can get you to write a reference for him?
Yeah, oh, I'd be happy to. Sure.
Wow.
Send me your LinkedIn.
He's got suggestions in his criticism.
Trevor, do you want to go next?
You guys, I'm trying to pre-read this thing so I don't sound like a complete.
Okay, we'll go to Ryan. We'll
Oh
go to
yeah,
Ryan.
you don't want to
There's
sound
no-
like me. I
no,
know.
there's no wrong way to read a sad comment. Even if you just read, you don't have to do a performance piece.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, here we go. Where's this coming from?
This is coming from Hasbro Pulse. This is their Marvel Legends.
Okay.
Just take note. This is from Marvel Legends.
Mhm.
Cancel the Star Wars Black Series Black Chrysanthemum. Learn from your mistake. Look at the Rancor, damn it!
That was it.
That was it.
on the Marvel Legends. I love that. That's the cross. I like when they go cross brand, but it's even more fun when they go cross company. All right, Jake, you want to give another one?
Sure, I got another Marvel Legends one.
Okay, here we go. I hope it's about Black Chrysanthemum.
Please, no more Wolverines. My shelf can't handle one more. It's going to collapse from the weight of 50 Wolverine. From 2 up to 60 in 3 years. Where did the other 10 come from? Oh, that's how many more came out since I started this post. Dude doesn't like the Wolverine.
Dude, get a new shelf. Get a stronger shelf.
That's interesting because, like, in Star Wars, they want, like, you know, as many Boba Fett's as possible. But this guy's like over Wolverine. He's done with it.
He's
Love it.
burdened.
But what's
They've
funny is,
got,
like,
like, 3
I guess
Wolverines
he's still
left to do.
buying them though.
Yeah, got to get those Build-A-Figures, Jake.
That's like, I have had it with these ghosts in my Ghostbusters figure. This is assuming they made ghost figures. I'm making up a little story. All right, Trevor, you ready?
I think so. Okay, I'll try.
Okay, here we go. First, this is unbelievable. Trevor from NECA reading sad comments. So we're making history here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
this is from the internet. These buffoons have no idea how badly they are permanently damaging their brand, pricing these at $25 each, $9.99 in the toy aisle with a permanent stock of major characters instead of $50 for a 2-pack of obscure figures in the adult collectors section would work. Bring in an avalanche of young turtle fans. Having to pay $200 to get the 4 turtles in 2-packs isn't welcoming anyone into lifetime fandom. I get that they are children's toys and adult collectibles, but the children's toys that actually show up in stores at reasonable prices have been trashed since Marvel Legends climbed over $10. Moms aren't impulse buying action figures for their kids at $20 or $25 each. And the $10 section is trash now.
Well, okay, hold on. There's a lot to unpack
The
here.
moms.
So, first of all, I love the $10 section. We all know that section at the toy store. The $10 section. So this is a person, I'm assuming this is about NECA Ninja Turtles, and they're saying, listen, forget this $25 price point. $9.99 is where, like, we need more figures at $10. And next thing you know, you got lifetime fans walking out of Target.
Yeah.
Way more welcoming.
All that translates to is, I can't afford a $25 figure. Can you please make it $10? And we get it.
Yeah.
We not ever, you know, it is. Listen, that was hilarious. Thank you, Trevor. That was amazing.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
That was great. That was good. Who has more? Is there more?
I got one more.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
got
Ryan.
more.
Okay. All right, Ryan. Load us up. Where's this coming from?
This is also from Marvel Legends.
Okay.
Disappointing. You guys knew we all want some No Way Home figures, and you gave us nothing. At least drop a prototype like you did with Hawkeye. 2 likes.
You guys all know. I love the beginning.
You knew I was waiting for my No Way Home Wave 2 figure. This is so funny. Oh my god. Jake, what do you got?
Yeah, I got another one. This is also from Marvel Legends.
Here we go.
Butterfly joints on Adam. Single jointed elbows on Thor. Shake my head. No John Walker head, all reused parts. Shake my head. Madam Hydra on an outdated buck instead of the Shriek body? Shake my head. What's going on, ML team? Let's not fall into what the Star Wars team did with Black Chrysanthemum and mash together existing supplies to pass off for something new. I'm still mad about the insulting body Sleepwalker got. He's clearly a 7-foot character that deserves butterfly joints, and that old Bucky Cap mold is used for a 6-foot character. Shake my head.
That sounds like Deaf Poetry Jam.
Yeah. The repetition of it all is pretty
The
cool.
cadence of Shake My Head.
Shake my head.
I love that. Like, objectively, the Marvel Legends seems pretty amazing and doing good stuff. So,
Yeah.
Butterfly Joints. That's a hit. That's a new hit song.
Yeah.
Trevor, do you have another one?
I have another one, but I feel kind of bad reading it because this guy thinks I'm just shitting on his favorite character all the time. So.
It's okay. I mean, listen, if
let's
you don't want to do
confirm
it,
it.
it's fine. It's all in fun. Like this is all in fun.
Yeah. No, but
God, we're gonna get NECA. So
This is
tomorrow,
art.
some guy's gonna be
Trevor's in
like,
trouble.
NECA attacks the fans.
yeah, I don't want to. I love these characters too. You know?
All right, well let's hear what we got here. This is too funny. Here we go. Oh, so
Just
you
go.
don't want to
What
read
do
it?
he doesn't want to read it.
Oh, he
Oh,
doesn't
me?
want to.
No, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna read it.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Well, we can only assume.
Come on, do it.
Do it. Please do it. No, listen.
Yeah, I thought you were about to read one. Sorry.
I could have just guessed what he wanted, what he was saying. How dare you make the not tall version of Slash? For my 8th birthday, then just some personal story about how Slash meant a lot to him, and then how NECA ruined his life. No, we won't. No, it's fine. You did one. That was perfect. Does anybody else
Slash
have?
not come with his palm tree? That was his comfort palm tree.
I saw that. That's a real comment. I saw somebody.
Oh.
say
Okay.
Do you have one more, Jake?
it. I mean, I could have another one.
We'll do one more and then we'll call.
All right, sure. One more. Marvel Legends.
Here we go.
I was so excited for this wave, but $25? No real advancements, and Siren doesn't even have a screaming face. Yeah, I'm good. Way to fuck up my X-Men collection. How do you give Wolverine another figure and a screaming face? I have like 34 screaming Wolverines. Hasbro Pulse, you lost your touch. McFarlane coming up behind you real quick.
No, they're not.
I have 34 screaming Wolverines. Is the
I have
funniest thing I've
34
ever heard.
screaming. Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
love that.
Well, listen, Trevor, we can't tell you how much we appreciate this, man. This was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
We the the behind the scenes look, the candor, and like more than anything, your passion for the brand and your passion for toys. We didn't even get to talk about like what you're collecting outside of like the toys that you're making. So
Nerfles. I'm really into Nerfles now.
what's a Nerfle?
Wow, what's a Nerf?
They're like those little balls. Like they're from the 80s.
Okay.
Yep,
Nerf.
I know what you're talking. I have the dog, the blue dog.
Oh yeah, he's great. I've got.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Hold on. I'll. Let me see
And you
what
can
I got.
interchange the heads and the tops and the.
Ooh, they're so
Yeah, they're all interchangeable.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, let's see a Nerfle.
NERFULS.
While you look for that Nerfle, I'm going to tell everybody, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to Yes Have Some. We're bringing you exclusive content here every Tuesday night at 9:30.
Here's the bunny,
Oh, look at that
God.
Nerfle.
and then this is Captain Nerfle. I just picked him up
Yes.
the other day.
Dude.
Those are
But-
cute.
You're always
yeah, so
introducing us to cute
the-
stuff.
They're just like these little balls, and then they have
Oh,
legs and stuff.
that's cool.
When I was a kid, I didn't have Professor X, so I just used one of my bald Nerfles. Professor X.
But I remember even the commercials for these too. Like they're, for some reason, those toys didn't like make like a big impact, but they've always left this
not at
weird
all.
microchip in the back of my brain.
Future sad comment after Multiverse of Madness. Well, I see you haven't even released a new Professor X figure. I'm having to use a Nerfle in my Marvel Legends display.
I could write a lot of sad comments when I was a kid.
Yeah, we got to do vintage sad comments. Here's mine. Wow, Kenner. So you're going to put a Statue of Liberty in your Slimed Heroes Real Ghostbusters commercial, but not make it an available playset for the fans? You're literally leaving money on the table. But I guess Kenner doesn't like money. Won't expect Kenner to last forever. Wouldn't be surprised if Hasbro absorbs you at some point.
That'd be a good HasLab for next year. Make a big like the size of Galactus. Just make a
Statue of Liberty.
statue. Of
Oh,
Well, it
That would be
crosses
cool.
brands. It could be an X-Men toy. It could be a Ghostbusters toy. Multi-brand HasLab. Now we're talking.
Spider-Man?
They
Give it
put
a
some use
shield?
out of
Oh yeah, No Way Home.
that. Yeah.
The shield. Well, listen, Trevor, this was amazing. We appreciate your time. Everybody, get your pre-orders in. Get your NECA Turtles collection going.
I got this guy. Do you remember him? Captain Power.
Captain Power.
Captain Power.
Captain Power.
Dang.
I've been collecting a lot of old stuff. I got this like Prince of Thieves.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Now we're talking.
I wish Hot Toys would make like a Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I would love Kevin Costner's like my favorite actor. I love.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's the best. I started Yellowstone. I'm into like Tin Cups, one of my favorite movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you gotten an old box TV so you can do your play with your Captain Power toys properly?
There was one out by the dumpster the other day. I should have grabbed it.
Yeah.
I've
always wanted to see how those work.
TV.
I've never seen one work in person where the ship blows up when the lights interact with the TV.
I never had all this stuff to make it work when I was a kid. I just had a couple. There's a guy, he used to have a toy store in Burbank. And he's like the go-to guy for, like, his dad had a complete collection of Captain Power. Dang. And it was just like he had everything, like the big command center and like the vehicle.
He had money then.
I guess, yeah.
Those were like crazy expensive back in the day because it was all like, oh, lasers! It uses laser technology and it interacts with the TV show while it's watching.
You know?
There's no, it's like the old Power Glove, like the sensor didn't work at all.
Yeah. Like Duck Hunt kind of worked. You just point it at the TV or something. But there's no way that
you're not sitting there driving in Rad Racer.
So funny. That's so fun. I love 80s technology, like, Virtual Boy. Oh, look, it's like virtual reality. Like, is it? Or is it just your eyes? You have a migraine because of the red lights. Listen, we're going to call it. This was a really fun doubleheader. We appreciate everybody hanging out late on a Tuesday night. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, stay tuned for more content, stay tuned for more from NECA, and we'll have Trevor back down the road, and we'll ask him more questions about things that he may or may not be able to talk about. It'll be perfect.
Calico critters.
I don't have the kind of job where I have to keep secrets, so it seems stressful. So we appreciate that you even
bear that burden.
It's great that I don't really talk to anyone and I don't have friends, because it's much easier to keep shit to myself.
It's gotta be super hard. Like just when we toured NECA a few months ago, we saw some stuff that we can't talk about seeing, and even just that has been like,
right.
I have to make myself forget I even saw some of it. So I can't imagine what like seeing it every day would be like.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's tough, but again, I don't. Working from home's easy. I don't have to. There's no one that really comes in here or anything.
Right. You don't have to like keep stuff hidden.
Yeah,
I get it.
But whatever.
Well, listen. This was great. We'll see everybody next week. For Jacob Walsh, Ryan Dole, Abigail Gardner, and myself, and of course our special guest Trevor Zammit from NECA Toys. This has been Toy Anxiety. We'll see you next week. Subscribe to the channel. And do yourself a favor, like Jacob Walsh said last week. Go buy a toy.
Buy a toy.
Just buy a toy.
Buy a toy.
Buy this toy.
Feel better.
Buy that Raphael. Buy me
Buy
that
a Calico
Raphael.
Critter. Treat yourself.
Oh, yeah. Get a Calico Critter. And a Nerfle. Bye, everybody.
Nerfles.
Bye, guys.
Later.